Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl KenyaChanel. For those who have been here before, you know the vibes, and for those who are new, welcome. So, you know, now that my tree is gone, I think this is gonna be like my sit down area. What a week. What last 2 weeks. I think I didn't post last week, and then this week I'm a little late, but yeah, I was gonna make sure that I put up a video this week. So a lot has been going on. By the title, you could probably see that I'm gonna be talking about like my first week with launching my business. In my first video, 2 videos ago I should say, I talked about I was working on a little project. So here to share. I'll probably show you a few pieces from my business. I'm gonna give you like 5 things that I've learned since embarking on this journey of entrepreneurship. So yeah, let's get right into it. I hope everyone's feeling well. Today's what, the 20th? It's almost February. Time is flying. It was just New Year's Day. I hope your 2023 has been productive. I hope that you're giving yourself grace with whatever is, you know, in front of you, presented itself to you, or whatever you're going through. Just giving yourself grace. Every day that you wake up, you know, it's a blessing. So yeah, there was a lot of, for me personally, there was a lot of personal family matters that was going on, and then it was just a lot. It was like preparing for this launch, work full time, and that's why they tell you to have like 4 videos batch. And I tried to do that, like before you start your YouTube journey. I tried to do that, but even like the videos that I was recording, or like the batch videos that I would have had, I didn't like it. So all that kind of just went to waste. And then sometimes when I'm out, like I'm just in the moment and I forget, or like I just feel like I don't have like the perfect angle, all the stuff in my head. But anyways, that's besides the point. I'm back now. Gonna, you know, you can hold me accountable. You could be in the chat box like, where's the video? One of my best friends, she does that all the time. So yeah, back to what this video is about. But yeah, I just hope y'all all doing well. I launched my business. The name is 18 August Ave. An idea or brand, a company that I've been sitting on and in my head for the last, what, 4 years now? Or this would be year 4. No, this would be year 3, I would say. And so just a testament that, you know, something that is delayed is, you know, doesn't mean it's denied. But yeah, 18 August Ave is a children's company where we just really aspire to be a pillar in the community where parents, aunts, uncles, grandparents, whoever, feel heard, feel seen, be able to shop as well as get resources. We are very big on, or we aspire to be very big on, like just equipping the village of that little person to just feel equipped. So from apparel to playroom essentials to nursery essentials to like resources and events. Very big on just equipping the entire family. We have a slogan where children deserve to play, read, and grow. So, you know, we promote a lot of diverse books, and in the end, we just really want families in the community to feel seen and heard in everything, in every aspect that we do. Apparel that we decide to, I guess, curate, you know, for our customers, is really with the mindset of like, you know, your child being ready for either a play date or for their playroom. And like, you know, yeah, so I'm learning with this YouTube, like this camera stuff, it just cut off in the middle, like just cut off. But back to what I was saying, I probably need to make this quick. So yeah, we just really inspired to equip the entire family, from the child to the aunt to grandparent to aunt to uncles, cousins, with either, you know, something they could purchase for that little one in their life, or a resource or a tool or anything that could really help them feel, you know, a little bit more empowered in raising that child, because it takes a village. I remember back in years ago when I was entering college and, you know, doing college essays and things like that, I've always been a pillar. Like something that has stuck with me is that it takes a child to raise a village. It takes a village to raise a child. Sorry, that might get cut out. But anyways, this idea was really inspired by my 2 boys. At the time, like when everything transpired, I was not working by choice, and obviously, all things considered, was in a very depressive state. And so I don't know, I just took the initiative that I needed to do something throughout the day. I knew I didn't want to work. Well, not that I didn't want to work, but at that time I wasn't looking to go back to work. I was in grad school at that time too. And this was like late 2019, and I decided to like take these free business courses that New York City does still provide. They're typically in like libraries all over the 5 boroughs for those who are New York City, located in New York City, and they're free. And you know, it's like a series of different classes, and I did a lot of classes in like Manhattan area. I did some in the Bronx, and I even did maybe one in Queens. And they're about like an hour long, and then, you know, you could do as many as you want, just register. But anyways, I at the time was just like recognizing that I needed to like get out the house, and just find something that I didn't have to overcommit myself, but still kind of commit myself. So I took these classes, and obviously when you go to a business class, they're like, okay, what's your business? And I didn't really have like a grand idea, but I had a name. 18 August Ave came to me because my boys were born on August 18th, and they were born in I guess a well-known hospital in New York City, and the hospital is located on 5th Avenue. So then we got 18 August Ave, and then I just knew at the time that it was going to be like a children's brand. And yeah, so fast forward, took those classes, had to like write out like I just learned a lot. And then COVID happened, 2020, like around March, and this idea, I always would jot down things, and I was like, oh, this would be a great idea, and this would be a great idea. And then you fast forward to 2022, late 2022, I'm like, I'm gonna do it. And even if it isn't a success, or even if I decide a year from now like I don't want to do this, I want to do it. I want to continue doing it as long as it's bringing me joy. And I would like, from late December, I was staying up and making sure everything was everything, pulling everything that I've learned over the years and reaching out. And so we officially launched the website where you can check us out at is 18augustave.com. And yeah, I'm super excited. I really have enjoyed it, and I'm a creative person, so like when it comes to like creating events or like visual, like I just love everything about that. And then when it comes to children, that has always just been something that I enjoy working with or being around. And so yeah, my passion project, I'm bringing to life. And this is another thing that I just hope that years down the line, it's still in my, you know, family, and we'll see. Like, so stay tuned. I have a lot of ideas for it, a lot of things that I want to roll out in 2023. So again, just besides being like a shop, or like being somewhere that you could purchase things for the little one in your life, like, why my camera is doing that, but a lot has been going on. Last week I was in Atlanta. I went to my second trade show, but this one was like massive. Like the entire 3 buildings was just like designated to this trade show. And so they have different things. So obviously I was there for children and kids, apparel and items, but like they had like home decor and like rugs, and like it was massive. It was a lot of you know, people like myself there as buyers, but everybody was for the most part very friendly, and it was very overwhelming, but I did learn a lot. So grateful for that. For that was last year. If I could insert a clip from that, I probably will. I did a little vlogging, but yeah, it was super overwhelming.
So good, you take all my pain away from me. Without you around, I couldn't be. And I know you better loving me. It's so good that I wouldn't be without you, babe. Wouldn't be me without you, babe. It's my love that I wouldn't be without you, babe. Couldn't see me without you, baby. Be without you, couldn't see me without you. Be without you, couldn't see me without you, babe. Be without you, couldn't see me without you. Be without you, couldn't see me without you. Be without you, couldn't see me without you.
Website is officially up by the time you see this video. You can check us out at 18augustave.com, or on Instagram, 18augustave. Follow us, share with those you know. So some of my vlogs will be an update in regards to my business, but did want to share that little snippet of like what I've been working on, why I've been MIA, what has been taking up all my time, as well as juggling other things. But yeah, so in leading up to my launch, I launched on January 18th. I launched the website, I should say, January 18th. What I have learned, like, and I've been trying to like write these things down as they come up for me. And I was thinking, like, you know, maybe this is a side of, I could have like some of these videos be about like first time entrepreneur, like being an entrepreneur for the first time, not really having like a blueprint, or like anybody really in my immediate family who, like, my family has always been, and my father's side is from Harlem, and I don't want to, like, no pun intended, like, has always been like hustlers, so like obviously always creative, but no one has actually like had like the e-commerce or a store. My grandmother has always had several different businesses that I will give to her. Like, she used to sell back in the day, she had a business around like party and favors and stuff like that. And I remember that, like, she used to make the little, like, you know, at the baby showers back in the day, they had the little ribbon and it had the name, and it's like Curtis and or whatever. She did a lot of party favors, she did. And so, but still, like, I thought about that, like making like some of my videos be around like the first time business owner. But anyways, I did want to share like 5 things that I've learned in this last week, or like these last couple of months, as I have prepared to launch. But I think these five tips, or just like what I've learned, is really, really important. So that's what we're going to talk about next. So I wrote it down. Number 1 thing I've learned is to do your research. Research is like, it's something that you can't do without when you're going to launch a business. And like I said, I've been working on this, or this idea has been since like late 2019. And those classes for me was very like important, very pivotal in my research. But then when I narrowed down like what my business plan wanted to be, or what my goal, I had to do further research. I had to like research my competitors, research like do market research in regards to like what do families need, or what do children need, and like where are the gaps and how can I fulfill that. I will say that that's always going to be something I'm constantly going to be doing, and I could probably explore that avenue a little bit further. But do your research. I think the best thing in starting a business is answering a question, or like where there is gaps. And for me, I show up in the world as a Black woman, and I have experienced a birthing experience that is not unique, but it is something that has pushed me forward in making sure that my business is inclusive to a lot of things, that, you know, parenthood, motherhood, looks different for a lot of people. And I hope that besides the apparel piece and besides like the playroom items that I really will be promoting, I guess, or selling, I really want behind the brand it really to be like everyone feel inclusive. You know, just because the little person in your life might not be your biological daughter or your child, like maybe you're just an aunt in that person's life, or maybe you're a cousin in that little person's life. I want you to feel like 18 August has something to offer you. And something, it could be something small, but has something to offer you. And I just feel like a lot of children brands don't have that. And I remember, and I won't say the competitor's name, but I remember at that time when I was preparing for the arrival of my children at the time, I remember going to one store and I was just remembering feeling like not being seen. So from the apparel to the pictures to like, they did offer breastfeeding courses, but I remember like this competitor only being in a certain area, and I was like, why can't these classes be, you know, near me? And at the time I was living in Harlem, and I was just like, you know, what if there was something in the community that offered a lot of these clothes, offered a lot of these essentials that you need, but then also offered these classes, you know what I'm saying? And again, I made the point of like, I show up as a black woman because I just feel like a lot of times when you see catalogs, or a lot of times when you see children playing, or a lot of times that you see like kids enjoying themselves, they're not black children. And it might be a catalog that has the one sprinkle of a black child. And so a lot of these things has inspired the brand. And I probably went off topic, but just do your research and like just knowing what you want to bring. And it goes into my second reason, so maybe I'm not off topic, but do your research. You have to research your competitors. So how can you be, you know, fresh and new and vibrant? You have to research the vendors, the manufacturers that you work with. You have to research like the tax laws in your state. You have to research like so many different things, but just in a nutshell, to your research. But which leads me to the second thing I've learned, just knowing your why and committing to your why. So I think throughout this vlog I have extensively expressed the why I launched 18 August Ave, and then committing to that. So like even things coming up that you feel discouraged. I remember like leading up to this week, and one of the vendors I'm working with just hasn't been a pleasant experience, but it was discouraging, you know. You're paying money for certain things and you're not getting it in time. The communication is kind of delayed, and they send the order, just a lot. But you have to be committed in your why, and you have to know your why. So regardless of what happens, regardless of what transpires behind closed doors, I guess, that the customers might not know about, or your clients might not know about, you have to remember why, and why you're committed to this, and why you're doing this. Another thing that I've learned leading up to this week is to have a person. Some people might say a mentor, and you know, depending, whatever you want to call it. I just would say have a person. I have several people, but I have several people I would say, but I would say have a person, and that person ideally has walked in entrepreneurship, like has walked the pathway of entrepreneurship before, has some experience. That person's going to hold you accountable. So like if you said that you're going to launch your business on this day, that person was like, oh hey, how's it going? Are you ready for the launch? That person might even like, you know, think about this, is sending you screenshots of them trying to repost your Instagram stories. Always something. Okay. But yeah, we're gonna try to make this quick. So yeah, that person is like sending you screenshots of like, hey, think about this, think about that. Just have a person. I think I want to do a shameless plug. And again, I have several people who have been instrumental in helping me with this launch. But a person who's kind of walked this pathway before, brand is House of Yoshe. Phenomenal person who has just been really, really instrumental and just being that person if I have any questions, either from my website to taxes in New York City or New York State, to vendors, to net 60, net 30, this you know, you name it. So definitely would recommend just having a mentor. You could call it a mentor. And yeah, which fourth thing I've learned and leading up to this launch this week was networking. And this goes back to, again, I said I went to a trade show last week. Some vendors were very, very pleasant. Was networking with a few, and they even like added me on Instagram, gave me their contact information and stuff like that. I was just willing to like work with me, especially with being a new brand. So just thinking that networking is very, 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 very important as you launch a business, especially in a field or industry that you're going to be in. Networking is key. I think that's just like a life skill, and regardless if you're not doing a business, but regardless, just like networking is very important. 5 would just be patient. Things will happen. Example, my camera. Or just even the other example that I shared with vendors and delivery time and things like that. Things will happen. Or even with sales, you envision like, you know, you have this launch and people are so supportive, and you know, so just be patient. Go back to number 2 of being committed to your why, knowing your why, and keep going. So those are the 5 things that I've learned. I don't know if there's anybody who's watching this that recently has started a business. What are some of the things you learned in your first week? Leave that in the comment section below. But yeah, I will hands down will say that I have enjoyed leading up to it, even with the small hiccups or, you know, hiccups here or there. And so I'm really excited to see where it goes. And yeah, so you can check us out again, 18augustav.com, or on Instagram at 18augustav. I'm going to be more consistent with my videos. Do you like this setup? Like this was where the Christmas tree was, and that's why I didn't have this before. But I think this is gonna be like my go-to area to record. I'm not gonna bore y'all no more. I like my videos to be, I like the videos that I watch on YouTube to be to the point, straight. Check you out next week. So I'll leave it there. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz. Thank you all for coming back. Thank you all for being patient. I don't care if it's like a small and mighty crew that we have. You know, y'all feeling the girl. So thank you all. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.